Hello, today I will actually be unboxing and reviewing the My Passport Wireless Pro. And basically the reason why you might want something like this basically gives you the option if you are either a video photographer or just a photographer in general. This actually gives you the ability when traveling across seas or somewhere where you can't take your laptop necessarily all the time, or you don't want to do the hassle of having the laptop, because maybe you're not going to edit at all while you're on your trip or really necessarily need it. And there's also the nice TSA rules they have these days, right? So basically, this is your backup plan. This is what I like to call my insurance policy. Basically, it is a hard drive, but it also has the ability to also offload your files. Offload your files for basically. So basically, if you're shooting on your card, let's say you need to offload because you only have 3 or 4 cards. You need to get the information off so you can actually save it for later and edit later. But you don't want to lose your data, and you can't really verify if it's there or not because you don't have your laptop. Well, this is the solution that you would want. Basically, what this does, it has its own ISO on there. Basically, you link your phone or computer with it. In this case, phone, obviously, because you can still carry phones on your travels, or tablet if you want to. Basically, iOS or Android. Now the nice thing about this is it does have up to 10 hours battery life. Now I have heard most people saying they only get about 8 on it. Now I have used the larger version, so I'll be actually reviewing the review off the 2 terabyte, even though I do have a 4 and 2 terabyte. This is the 4 terabyte. I do recommend getting the highest that you can get, obviously, especially if you're shooting in 4K. It does come in very handy later down the road because 4K does take a massive amount of file size very quickly. Basically, if you had 2 4 terabytes, that should be enough to last you about 2 weeks, at least minimally, and that's heavy shooting. Me personally, I wish it was a 6 terabyte, and I'd never worry at all. Or just one 10 terabyte. Now, once you get it, you do get a little card that says hello. Basically, on this card, it shows you the step-by-step instructions of how to actually get it to it and what's the unlock code for the device. It also shows you basically where to go for support. Now, there's a lot of instructions, of course, so that's where you go for them if you need them. Now, there's a little bit of warranty information they give you with the device, but it doesn't really give you diagrams or anything like that. It just goes over basic consumer stuff. Now, as far as this goes, now this is the actual hard drive itself, and then with it you get the USB 3.0, which basically the difference between it and a regular USB is you actually have 2 points. It looks like two jacks, basically. One is for data transfer, one is for power, basically is how that breaks down. Now, on here is, of course, the charger that you would charge that into, which is actually, these are usually typically held up really well. I have this for the NVIDIA Shield. It has the same type of outlet, so to say, and it actually holds up very well. Actually, it's one of my better units. Now on this one, actually, you basically have your USB in. You also have your USB 3. You also have your SD slot, and that's what's so handy about this device, is you actually have the SD card. You can just plug it in there and go. Basically what it will do is once you stick the SD card in there, it should automatically, once you turn it on, which is basically simply this button right here, and you basically would stick the card in, hit the button, and it will start file transfer. Now basically when it's done, both these lights will turn off, and then you'll be good to go. And basically that will let you know. And like I said, you can also, if you're not sure if it copied everything, you'll have your phone on your app that you can actually go through the files on the hard drive. So therefore you can verify if the file is actually any good or not. Now of course you won't be able to see it in high quality because, you know, it's not a laptop. Your phone most likely does not have 4K, so if you're shooting in 4K you probably can't review it but so much. But it's all, you know, it is what it is with that. Now right here, like I said, you have your SD slot. Now if you want to check your power, of course, those lights are going to be down here. Basically, like I said, on what I've heard from average of heavy loadouts, is anywhere between 4 and 8, depending. I'm not too sure how to get the low 4s. Maybe that's because that person's unit was dying or not. I'm not too sure on that. But I have heard the average, most people don't get the full 8 that you get out of it, and I'm assuming a lot of it has to do with transferring files over, because that does heat up the device, and not super hot, but you can definitely, when you touch it, you can feel it, it feels like a little fan's going on in there. Anytime you have mechanical parts, it's going to take more juice, so the more you do that, the more the battery's going to chew down. And that's basically the whole thing with that. So, if I can shut it down. Now, I would install the app and show you how to do it today, but I will say, if you're setting up for the first time, do take the extra time to actually set it up before you actually shoot anything, or you plan to shoot anything in the future. Like, let's say you have a half hour just to set it up. I do recommend playing with it first, and the main reason is because it can be slightly glitchy when you're trying to initially launch it and make it at each other. It does have conflicts every now and then. So I do recommend setting this up well in advance of whenever you plan to use it. Don't wait till the last minute and be like, oh crap, I gotta set this up real quick. It's not a quick setup. I mean, it is supposed to be, but it doesn't always function that way. So for your initial setup, I do highly recommend doing it in advance of doing whatever you're going to. Don't do it in a quick hurry. It won't work out right. That's just my personal recommendation on that. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe.